New Claude Co-work AI agent is insane. You're spending hours organizing files, copy-pasting between tools, manually sorting receipts into spreadsheets, while AI is sitting there just watching you work. That changes today. Hey everyone, I'm Ava, and what you're about to see is going to completely change how you think about AI assistants. Anthropic just dropped something they built in 10 days that's making developers, creators, and productivity nerds lose their minds. It's called Claude Co-work. And before you click away thinking this is another AI tool that overpromises and underdelivers, stick with me, because this one actually does what it says. So here's what happened. Anthropic released Claude Code back in November 2024. It was supposed to be for developers. You know, writing code, debugging, the usual technical stuff. But something weird started happening. People weren't just using it for coding, they were using it to plan vacations, organize photos from their wedding, clean up their email, cancel subscriptions, even control their oven. Yes, their actual oven. Anthropic noticed this pattern, and instead of fighting it, they leaned in. They asked themselves, what if we took everything that makes Claude Code powerful and made it accessible to everyone? Not just developers, regular people doing regular work. 10 days later, Claude Co-work was born, and they built the entire thing using Claude Code itself. Think about that for a second. An AI building the next version of AI, that's where we are now. Here's how it actually works. You download the Claude desktop app on your Mac. Right now, it's Mac OS only, but Windows support is coming. You open Cowork from the sidebar, point it at a specific folder, tell it what you want done. It makes a plan and executes while keeping you updated on progress. Unlike regular chatbots that just give advice, this actually does the work. Let me give you a real example. Someone had 320 podcast transcripts sitting in a folder, just sitting there. They asked Cowork to analyze them all and extract the main themes and insights. Minutes later, done. What would have taken a human analyst days to compile, Claude handled in minutes. Here's another one, messy downloads folder, you know the one. Hundreds of files with names like screenshot 2025-0113 at 3 p.m.png, completely useless. You tell Cowork to organize it by type and date. Rename everything to make sense. It scans every file, reads the content, understands what each one is, sorts them into logical folders, and renames them properly. All of it, automatically, or receipts. You've got a pile of receipt screenshots, different stores, different dates, different currencies. Drop them in a folder, tell Cowork to create an expense report. It extracts the vendor name, the amount, the date, the currency from each receipt, creates a properly formatted spreadsheet with all the data organized, ready to submit. But wait, there's more functionality we need to talk about. When I first started using tools like this, I was overwhelmed. That's when I found this community called AI Profit Boardroom. 1,800 members, all focused on learning AI together and sharing what actually works. It taught me which workflows save time versus which ones waste it. The community shares real use cases and practical implementations. If you're serious about using AI to improve your work and skills, check it out. Link in description. Now back to what makes Cowork different. It can combine with Claude's other features. Connect it with Claude in Chrome, and it can take over your web browser to complete tasks. Pair it with Gmail connector, and it can email reports to your coworkers automatically. Here's a workflow people are already using. You have scattered notes across multiple documents, meeting notes, random ideas, research snippets, all over the place. You tell Cowork to read all the documents in your notes folder and create one structured summary. It goes through everything, connects the dots, pulls out key points, open questions, decisions made, next actions. Gives you citations by referencing which source file each point came from. One clean summary instead of chaos. Or presentations. You need to create a slide deck. You've got brand assets, previous presentations, context documents, all in different folders. Instead of manually hunting for files and copy-pasting content, you point Cowork at your folders and describe what you need. It builds the entire presentation. Uses your brand assets. Follows your style. Create slides with actual content, not just templates. Then you can iterate. Tell it to make it more visual, add specific data, change the tone. It updates the whole thing without starting over. Video creators are using this too. You've got a long-form video you want to repurpose into short clips for social media. Different platforms need different formats. LinkedIn wants 16 by 9. Instagram wants vertical. Cowork can resize, crop, and format your videos automatically. What used to require video editing software and manual work for each platform now happens with one instruction. And here's something wild. Cowork can learn your workflows by watching you do them once. You record yourself going through a process, copying text, navigating to websites, submitting prompts, downloading results. Save that as a skill. Now, Cowork can repeat that exact workflow automatically, every time you need it. No more doing the same repetitive task over and over. Now, let's talk about the technical side. Cowork runs in a virtual machine on your computer using Apple's VZ Virtual Machine Framework. It's sandboxed, meaning Claude only accesses folders you explicitly authorize. Within those folders, though, it has real access. It can read, edit, create, and yes, delete files if instructed. Anthropic is upfront about the risks. They've built defenses against prompt injection attacks where bad actors try to trick AI through hidden instructions. The defenses are sophisticated but not perfect. Their advice: start with test folders, give clear instructions, and review plans before execution. Right now, Cowork is only available to Claude Max subscribers at $100 or $200 per month. Max gives you 5 to 20 times more usage than Pro, plus early access to features like this. There's a waitlist for other plans. If you're looking to dive deeper into AI tools and actually implement them in your work, I recommend AI Profit Boardroom. Over 1,800 people learning how to use AI effectively. Everyone shares real experiences. What's working, what's not. Which tools are worth your time, which ones to skip. No hype, just solid information and practical guidance from people doing the work. It's helped me stay on top of updates and figure out how to actually apply them. Link in description if you want to check it out. Now let's talk about the bigger picture. We're seeing AI shift from talking to working. OpenAI is building Operator, Google has Project Jarvis, Microsoft pushes Copilot. Every major AI company is racing toward autonomous agents. Anthropic got there first by starting with developers. They built Claude Code, proved it works, made it reliable, then abstracted it for everyone else. Most companies do the opposite, building consumer versions first, then trying to make them work for technical cases. Anthropic's approach shows in how solid Cowork feels even as a preview. Some startup founders are nervous about this. Cowork does things that dozens of funded startups are building specialized tools for: file organization, document generation, data extraction, expense tracking, all of it. When a major AI lab bundles these capabilities into their base product, what happens to the startups building single-purpose tools? That's a real question the industry is wrestling with. But here's the counter-argument. General-purpose tools are powerful, but not always the best at specific workflows. Specialized tools with deep domain expertise and better user experience for particular use cases can still win. We'll see how it plays out. For you watching this, here's what matters. You can genuinely save time starting this afternoon. Messy downloads? Organized in minutes. Receipts piling up? Spreadsheet created? Research scattered everywhere? Summarized and structured? Start small. Pick one annoying repetitive task. Give Cowork access to a test folder. See what happens. Learn to give clear instructions. Build trust on low-stakes stuff before tackling important work. Remember, Anthropic built this in 10 days. Cross-device sync is coming. Windows support is coming. More features are coming. They ship, you use, they learn, they improve. If you want the full process, SOPs, and 100+ AI use cases like this one, join the AI Success Lab. Links in the comments and description. You'll get all the video notes from there, plus access to our community of 38,000 members who are crushing it with AI. Look, Claude Co-work isn't perfect. It makes mistakes, misreads dates sometimes, misinterprets vague instructions. It's expensive for a preview, Mac only right now. But it's a real glimpse into how we'll work with AI soon. Not asking questions, not generating text, actually delegating work. The people who learn to effectively use tools like this will have a massive advantage. They'll get more done, ship faster, handle bigger workloads. So that's Claude Co-work. An AI agent built in 10 days that organizes files, creates documents, builds spreadsheets, and actually does the work. Available now for Claude Max subscribers on Mac. If this was helpful, links to everything we talked about are in the description. AI Profit Boardroom for learning AI workflows with a real community. AI Success Lab for the full process and use cases. And of course, Claude Co-work itself if you want to try it. Thanks for watching. I'm Ava, and I'll see you in the next one.